Yeah, so obviously this next part is part 2 because obviously we're going to be in Cancun.
Come on.
You get me? So obviously, yeah. So scrap that new episode. Pretty much. I don't know how to word it, but yeah, we'll just go to the next part. So, in terms of how do you want to start?
We just celebrated our 2 years anniversary. You guys are about to be 2 years in a few months.
Yeah.
Tell us about those first 2 years.
How's it like being married to us?
How has the first 2 years of marriage been?
We're gonna have to split.
And is the second year easier than? Was it easier than the first year?
Yes, for me. Well, you guys have
Damn,
been together much longer.
Yeah, for me.
You guys have been together much longer. I don't know if that's different, but I found the first year so like, how did we get here? Like, let's be
y'all.
honest about it.
Damn, y'all.
That's how I felt. I just felt like, how did you actually get here? Like,
I think that's how I felt for the second year. I think the first year was easier.
Really?
But it's a different sort of dynamic. It's harder to me because now I'm incorporating being a mother
Okay.
as well as being a wife. So
yeah.
balancing the two is what I'm finding difficult. But the first year was like, newly married.
Yeah. Because we didn't have that. That's probably why I felt like that in the first year. Because the first year to me was new mum, wife, left the house, different area. So it was a lot of change all at once that I think just got overwhelming, and that, when it was time to deal with our marriage, it's either I wasn't really putting enough time into it or effort. I didn't care about it as much. As I
being
should
honest.
have. Like,
Let's be honest.
no,
though.
but I'm not saying.
This is the first time I've heard this.
No, you know this. Like, not that I didn't care about our marriage. I'm saying I didn't care about it the way I should have. I should have focused a lot more into nurturing that, not just nurturing Zeph, nurturing the marriage as well, nurturing the relationship that I have with you. So I found the second year a lot nicer. Like, I found that we really kind of got into our groove a little bit. Still a few hiccups, but we got so much better at communication, I feel. I feel like that was our main thing. So yeah, I would say it got easier over time. Can't lie.
So you guys basically said that you guys kind of forgot about the marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys didn't put as much effort into the marriage. Like, what do you reckon you could have done better?
Bruh.
Put in more effort. Like, just actually, I guess, put time aside to bond with your husband more.
What does that look like to you?
For me, it's not looking...
What's bonding?
You see that part? I don't know how unfiltered we're going.
We're unfiltered, bro.
All I'm saying is, for me, how I looked in the house is a big, big one. Living with someone 24/7, you're going to see these underwig cane rows. You're going to see me looking a hot mess. And I feel like that was actually a bit selfish. Like, you got to think this is what your husband has to look at. So I think, I'm not saying you have to be prim and proper every time, but it's a bit more effort in the home clothes and
I agree.
presentation.
See, I don't want to be the one to say it.
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
Wait, but how have you found marriage in the first 2 years?
How have I found marriage in the first years? I think the first year was definitely difficult because, like you said, it's like I'm learning how to be a dad and a husband at the same time. And with that, I know women don't like to hear when men say this, but like with that, we've got pressures of the world, pressures of I can't lose my job, pressures of I have to pay the bills. So dealing with like 3 aspects of life, your finances, keeping your wife happy, your wife's going through pregnancy, she's a new mum, dealing with that emotion, because sometimes, like you said, it's like you may not have the answer to why you're moving like this. So a lot of the time, I'm like, why is she not hugging me? Why is she not being like this? Why doesn't she like me? And there's a baby that's there crying, screaming, work is stressful. You have to deal with all of that. So that just makes you agitated. It makes you a bit frustrated. So maybe when we are having discussions and I can come across a bit like snappy and stuff, that was because of that. But I definitely think our second year, we learned how to communicate better. Like we sit down now, we speak about things. And before we get angry, if we get angry, we will talk about why we got there. In the beginning, it was kind of just like anger. And then that was it. We move in it. But now it's like we're actually like unpacking things. So now I feel like I understand you a lot more. And she understands me a lot more. So that's what's made the second year but a lot easier. And obviously we're used to being a parent I'm used to being a husband. So I think with time, things just get better anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about you?
Trying to think. I kind of agree with what Ab said. So the first year was like not a breeze, but it was very easy because obviously it's just us two in a house. Obviously the pressures of the world and money and supporting your wife and stuff like that. It was like I already knew that was going to be a thing. So, but obviously it was a mad thing, but I was just going through it day by day. But then now I think this second year of having a baby becoming a dad, it changes everything because it's like, now it's like, I can't lack in any way. Like,
Bro,
if Ab says we need something and we need it, I need to make it happen.
Oh, you know
what I mean?
sorry to cut you, but I don't know if men can relate, Like, when your wife, like, when you used to say, like, something's broken in the house or something he's changing or he's fixing, that used to give me mad anxiety.
Yeah.
Because it's like, fuck, I have to pay for something.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So every time she's just saying, I'm like, no, fuck. And then I'll go there and I'll fix it. And I'm like, babe, like, stop saying it's broken. Because you don't know what you're doing to me. I'm saying, babe, can you come and look at this?
And that used to really, and that's just an understanding thing, because that used to really get on my nerves. I'm telling you something's broken, you're shouting at me. Why are you shouting at me?
I'm just like, you don't know how to use this.
Why are you giving me high blood pressure?
I'm just like, can we calm down? Like,
No, because that's the same as me. So like all the stuff about the car and stuff like that. Like, when I hear something's wrong with it, I'm just like, oh God. Like, bro, because I don't know how much it's gonna cost, bro. And I've already got my budget for certain things. Now you're adding more. It just makes me more stressed. And then when I'm having to go and be deep in it and thinking about it, then you'll be wondering why I'm in a bad mood. I'm like, bro, you don't know that my head is moving 10,000 miles an hour trying to think about this stuff. And it's like, as though one thing I was like, oh, let me maybe get like another job to do in the evenings or the weekends. But I can't really do that because
it's impossible.
Because Malachi, in it. Because I don't wanna. I want to make sure I'm an active parent. That I'm there from on the evenings, there from on the weekends. So that's the thing. It's crazy. But the second year, it's been a big eye opener. I feel like communication-wise, I feel like we've always had decent communication. I feel like it could get a lot better though, in certain aspects. So and it will. But I think it's been cool. But obviously, I think we've gotten to know each other over the years anyway. But then sometimes I feel like now in marriage, our bond has gone down a bit. But I feel like that's because we don't have time.
Explain that.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No, so like
kind of deep.
Even so, not bond, but
like the
friendship.
spending
time, friendship. Yeah, because bro, that there's those times where I always used to talk about it because it's the funnest times. But it's like when I used to come to Stratford after work. And we used to go bike riding, or even that day, what was it? I don't know what the hell we were doing, but in the afternoon we were just sleeping on your sofa, and then you'll see me that walked in. Like, it's just stuff like that. We had all of these like little special memories, which was like the funnest times. But then like marriage came, kids came, responsibilities came, money came, and it's like
life.
It's just gone.
Yeah, it's literally just.
But
life.
then as well, I take it that it's just life, because it's like when we were like, bro, I didn't care about the job I had back then. Like it wasn't nothing crazy, you know what I mean? Like obviously it was my journey, but it was like if I'm late for work or if I'm calling sick, it's not gonna kill me. So I can do these kind of things. But now it's like, this is my career. I can't mess up. You know what I mean?
And I even think sometimes those moments where you guys had years to bond is sustaining you now.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
100.
And for the rest of your marriage as well, because you guys have built that foundation.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah.
But I would definitely say try and get back
That's the
there.
No, of course we have to. But obviously, I think is now that we know that Malachi can go to someone's house and stay and be fine. I feel like that's now that we'll be going out more and doing more things. Like even the other day,
we think though that like should still try and find a way to make time for each other, even if he's there.
Yeah,
I know it's like, okay, you want to do things without him being there, but how can we make it work that even though he's not out of the house, we're still spending time with each other?
But then how
like
do you
for example.
Okay.
I was gonna say how.
Get him.
But okay.
Nah, not even. I mean, it's no one's fault particularly. Like on Friday or so, I was like, oh, Manny's asleep. Let's watch a movie. And he's like, oh yeah, we'll either watch it tonight or tomorrow, kind of thing. And then obviously I went to the gym, came back. He was like, oh, I'm gonna go gym. He went to the gym, and then by the time he came back, I was getting tired. So I was like, I'm going to bed. Like he could tell I was even tired as well. So it's like, oh, you're going to bed. And I was like, yeah, okay, So we didn't watch it that night. Then the next night, it's like, okay, cool, we'll watch it this night kind of thing. But he then went to the gym in the evening. And then when he came back,
those
Arsenal
Mexico games, yeah?
No, I didn't realise you were going like that.
It's a bit late.
Yeah.
but
lifestyle change, that.
But yeah, like it just didn't.
Yeah, no,
it
but
just didn't happen.
Yeah,
kind of
yesterday
thing.
I went gym, then Arsenal was playing.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's anyone's fault specifically.
We'll get into that.
Yeah, but the thing is, what we have watched, like we watched the film when we watched whatever that film is, the one that we said was a waste of time. So there's times where we do it. We started doing it now because obviously Malachi's sleeping, so we'll get into that.
Yeah, it's just making
the time
consistency.
Yeah, because Ken used to like hate how early I would fall asleep. I remember, I think it was when you guys came one time and was talking about like, I just go to sleep, come when Zeph falls asleep.
Yeah.
Which is why now Ken puts him to sleep.
Piss me off.
But yeah.
I've been saying, I'll come in, no one's sleeping, Zeph sleeping, I'll just go back to the living room.
Just kiss your teeth.
Bro.
But I don't know, it's so hard for me. Like, even when I'm going out, I'm like, we're going at 8? Like, that's so late. But I'm just trying to stay awake because it is important. Those evenings are so important because that's the only actual time you two have.
And that's what I wanted to say. I think most of it is just putting your partner before other things and just sacrificing. For example, you guys could have sacrificed gym that Friday to say, you know what, let's not go gym. Even though the fitness guys will probably disagree, but it's like maybe that day you could have been like, okay, in the morning you go where I go, and then sacrifice that time to spend together.
Yeah,
with you, it's like you don't put sleep before me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I've got needs too.
But
it's easier said than done. I get it because even me, when Tottenham's playing, nobody can talk to me.
No, see that Tottenham thing gets on my last nerve. Like,
calm down.
But if you had a hobby like that, then
I don't think it's a hobby, bro.
It's
It's not a hobby. It's a lifestyle, bro.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
It's
a lifestyle,
I
bro.
really think like, well, I guess I have to respect what he enjoys and whatnot. But it is sometimes so annoying. Like, oh, can't do Tottenham. Oh, can't do Tottenham. It's just like.
Bro, but why are you telling me to go out when my team's playing?
Yeah, but the thing is, if you take, like, one thing that we would ask of you is to take interest in it and actually do that.
I don't want her to.
Oh, you don't want her to?
No, I
do.
do. I like it, but what I'm trying to say is,
would you rather go?
It's not by force.
Yeah.
Don't force it and annoy me.
And I can't.
And be saying, oh, who's that player? Who's that player? Like, let me just watch my team, bro.
That's what I did enjoy going to watch it.
That was nice.
Really cool. But I'm not gonna sit and watch football. It's just not an interest of mine. But if it's on, I guess I can be around. But that being said, like sometimes it does feel like there are pressing things. Let's just go. Like you'll circulate the whole food shop, or you'll circulate like where we're going around Tottenham. And it's just like,
bro,
we've
12:30
actually...
kickoff. You want me to go Audi?
I don't think that's anything
wrong with that,
bro. No, because if it inconveniences me, you're willing to do it because of Tottenham.
Yeah.
And I asked him, do you love me more or Tottenham? And he couldn't answer.
It's a lifestyle.
I'm joking. Of course I love you more. But Tottenham's a close second. Well, Zeph is second, then Tottenham. God. My priorities.
No, for real.
My priorities.
But
I hear that.
But yeah, nah.
I hear that. So before you guys got married, what has marriage been what you expected it to be?
I feel like I wasn't even thinking about marriage too much before I got married. I thought of it as a far distant thing. I thought when I'm married, I'll have my own house. My career would have been at this level. I'd be earning this amount of money. I'd have this car and this designer and that. Like, as shallow as it sounds, that's just, like I was trying to be set up before that. So even getting married as early as I did, I went in with kind of no expectations. Like, and I would say that it's still the case. I didn't really go into marriage thinking it would be one way or another. I was just like, here now, like, let's see what it holds. And I'm glad I went in it that way because I'm not comparing our marriage to anyone else's, and I don't really wish to anymore.
Okay, what about you?
Wasn't what I expected. Not necessarily in a bad way, but it's just, I think probably I went in with too high of an expectation and kind of like lived in a bubble kind of thing,
like fairy tale land
thing, and that's not the reality of marriage kind of thing. So I just expected things to be like, oh, we'll go on date nights every weekend and we'll spend time with each other so much, and we'll do this and we'll do that, and we'll go on holiday, like just the cute things, the things you see on social media is kind of what I went in at one point thinking marriage would be like, but that's not actually the reality of it. Yeah.
You know my expectation before I got married.
We all know.
Well, yeah.
I thought it's go time every night.
But that's not even practical, bro.
No, but
I don't even. How is that even healthy? Really?
I thought because parents, God, I'm sorry, but it was the reality. Sometimes you know what I'm saying. Before then, you get me.
Yeah.
So when we got married,
No, but you know what?
I was
though?
like, damn, this is
it's
not
the
you.
real
You know
knowing.
what though? The reason why it was so much before then was because you don't know when you're gonna see the person next.
That's
Yeah.
Also,
why.
maybe after a couple of days, you're like, oh, you know what I mean? So I think, but now you're in the house with someone, you're like sometimes you think, yeah, like on like a Tuesday night, you'd be like, should I? I can't bother.
Yeah, I can't. Sometimes
maybe
she's
you
like,
forgot.
bro, sometimes she's like, oh, babe, when you coming to bed? I'm like, oh, soon.
And I've got you.
I don't want it tonight, man.
Well, you can't please men. You can't please men.
I'll get it tomorrow.
You can't please men because when you're like not giving it up at all, like when you're pregnant, it's like, you know, Ken's favorite line. You're even the only one that I can have sex with, and you're not giving it to me.
Bro, no. Because in the beginning, bro, no, but I was so immature. But that's because it was like we kind of got thrown into to this whole marriage and parenthood life. Because I was a bit immature in my mindset. Like, because I remember, I was very immature.
I like that.
Because I remember in the beginning, like when she was like pregnant or just giving birth and stuff, and she'll be like, oh, you know them ones where you're trying to stroke her shoulder. Yeah. Like, you're trying to stroke her shoulder, trying to touch her waist. Like, come here, man. And she's like, no, not tonight. You know them ones you just turn around the other side. I'm just looking at the wall like,
what the fuck? What have I got myself into?
Bro, I'm like, you know the women I can be?
No, but that was another... And
I'm like, in this house, I'm a loyal husband though. Men that are outside cheating. Me, I'm in the house. You can't get me.
I just used to think, what uncle have I gone to marry now? Because the mindset was given very much older generation after. Like, I just thought, where's this coming
from? Because in
from?
the Bible, it says, please your husband, satisfy him with your bosoms. Now I'm playing. But I'll just go to the living room. Sometimes I'll just go to the living room and just be like this on the sofa, like God,
like, am I really in this?
Is this the life I'm living?
Jesus. What's a week?
But you know what? That surprised me as well. Like, if I'm honest, I kind of thought it would happen a lot more than it would. Maybe not every day, but that also, I even would surprise myself with like,
damn.
Why don't I want to do
that?
that?
Why? No, it's a change for us too.
It
is. Like, it's not. It even took me by surprise that.
No, because you know, the same way for you guys. Anytime we link each other, you know what time it is, you know. But it's like we live together now, and I'm like, nah, could go without. It's just,
Yeah, but there's one bad thing that I used to do.
Yeah, what?
I would set him up through the day. I've got a headache. My body's hurting.
Yeah.
God damn.
When it's evening time, don't bother me.
No, she used to do that. She say, I've got a headache. And I just look at her
this
like...
was mainly when I was pregnant.
Okay.
No, I just look at her when she said that and I'm like, you think I don't know what you're doing? You think I care? So whatever.
Seeing us were confessing. Like...
Like, look at that Ken look though.
Oh, I used to pretend to sleep sometimes. Like, I can't ever lie.
There'll be times he'll be
talking. I can hear you loud and clear.
That's wickedness.
No, that's wickedness. Because if I forget to pay the bill, what's going to happen?
How did we get there, though?
What's going to happen?
How did you actually get there?
No, but why, though? Why is that?
I don't know. I don't know if it's just after a long day, the physical aspect of it, like...
But this is why I think I said it in the last episode where it's like, I champion women because you guys have to go through so much. Like, your mum, a child is clinging on to you every day, touching you.
It's the touch.
Like, you're stressed out. You've probably got a job. Like, you have to go to work. You have to do this. You have to maintain the house, homekeeper, everything. Then on top of that, your man now comes at the end of the day and wants something else. Yeah. And it's like you have to fulfill and please so many people before you kind of get to please yourself. Do you know what I'm saying?
And I literally, it had to be to a point where like, we can't just do it in the night. Like, you may just have to catch me... afternoon, evening. And I used to be really against like anything other than nighttime kind of.
So I was like,
moving.
you a woman of the night. Like, why is it? Why is it every time night? You know
And
that was where it's like where the kitchen now. Come here now.
I used to be like, oh, go
She's
away.
Like, no, that's me.
Yeah.
No.
But now I've grown to accept that, you know what? You're better off catching me in the day, really, because nighttime is actually time to sleep.
Even me now, I can't lie. Bro.
Yeah,
If I hit the
can't lie.
bed,
Yeah.
I have to be extremely
Oh my
on
God,
it.
I just realised my dad's going to see this.
We're married now. We're married now.
No.
We have license.
You know that completely.
We have license anyway. But sometimes now it's just like, bro, like sometimes I'm just like, it is what it is. But also, I do think men out there, especially, like, there's other ways to build intimacy with your wife. Because
Thank
even
you.
I'm glad you said that.
I'm conflicted though, because sorry, I don't know why I did that. Why did I do that? But I feel like men, we're different. We're kind of built different. Like the way you guys want intimacy and stuff I don't really care for that. Like the cuddling and the holding hands, link, like all of that. I don't care. Like, because there's times where she touches me, man, don't touch me.
Yeah.
Like, not in a rude way, but it's like, that doesn't do anything for me. Remember when you used to come and try and stroke my hair and stuff?
Yeah.
I'm just like, why are you stroking my hair? Stroke
Yeah.
something else. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think men, we kind of have to understand
because
that.
men, like, why are you just touching my boob? Like, straight off the bat. Like
I could be doing nothing, or I could be, I don't know, watching TV or doing something in the kitchen, and he'll just come touch my bum and
hello,
Bro,
like,
we are kids at times.
sometimes it's
Not
just
right
really,
now.
and like, honestly, and even in that, you know, men underrate how much of build-up like a woman needs, like, and not even just physically, just throughout the day. Like,
But that don't even work though.
No,
Yes, it
what?
does.
That doesn't even work.
It
And
does.
it's like, why am I, bro? I'm basically doing 9-hour shift, clocking in the morning,
Bro.
just so I
What
can
does
see
it-
something
Bro.
that is a maybe. A maybe.
It's a maybe.
Because then
It's a
I can
maybe.
start in the day and the next minute I've
It's
got a
a
headache and I'm
maybe.
thinking, well,
Because you know
man.
because we had a conversation where I was like, oh, we had that. You was like, Ken, like, you've not been present in the day and you just expect me to come in the night. And I was like, okay, cool. Then you know, them ones where it's like, I take the family out, we have a
Yeah.
nice day, I'm being nice.
Yeah.
We go to Blue Water, we have
Yeah.
dinner. I'm chilling at home, we're talking, I'm making her laugh. You get me? So I'm like, okay, I'm doing what you want me to do. And in the night, she'll go to bed.
Pretending
Pretending
to
to
sleep.
sleep. So I'm like,
Guys.
so what can I do?
It's a lose-lose.
It's
I
a
don't know how to
lose.
explain it, but it's just you can't just start the touching and it's go
There's gotta
for
be a
us.
build
Like
up
with
for it.
men, it's like that. You just touch one thing and it's there. You lot are on go. Women, I don't think women are like that.
Mm. Yeah, I think obviously we men have to find new ways to build intimacy with your wife. But then it's like women, you guys actually vocalize what you guys like.
Yeah, they,
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know,
what I
they
struggle
They didn't
with.
vocalize it.
Because I'm like, okay, then tell me what you want. Like, how do you want us to spend time together?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you
I'm
actually
asking,
asked me?
yeah.
Oh.
Put you on the spot, nigga.
I think for me, it's just I don't know, because that's actually a really difficult question. I haven't really thought of a new way to spend time together, because you know all that stuff that I was saying about doing food shop together. I don't actually want to do that.
Yeah.
So I can't go wrong with a date.
Spending money.
Yeah, real.
No, but it's
But
true. You
Angela,
just
you
can't.
got- No, but okay.
My thing
Except
is-
from dates. We're
Except
talking about
from dates.
we're talking about intimacy in the house. How do you want us to show you intimacy?
I think I really like when you like plan and you're like, oh, when Zeph goes to bed, like, let's do this, or let's play tact, or like, let's do tact cards, or let's play this game. And it's literally really silly games. Like, I don't know if you've seen on TikTok, you know, the this or that.
Shout
Stuff.
out Santa.
Like, yes, sometimes this or that as well. Like, we'll literally, for like a good 30 minutes, be like,
Be
this
on-
or that,
and
this or that. Oh,
screaming
you'll do
and
this, you'll do
laughing.
that. And then we're literally having quality time off that, because we're just playing and we're laughing, and it doesn't have to be so long. So I think it's just that intentionality, saying, oh, like, when I put him down, let's do this, let's play this, let's talk about this, I like that.
Okay.
No, I echo that. It's not. It doesn't have to always be going out. Like even just spending time together in the house, where like I don't know, watching a movie with each other, watching a series.
Do you
with each
really
other.
like watching movies?
Yeah,
Really?
just sat cuddled up.
I like movies.
I like that.
But we fall asleep though.
We fall asleep. Like,
We fall asleep.
Yeah, I don't think we finish. Sometimes we finish movies all in one. Sometimes we take our time.
there's literally been 2 movies we've finished.
I'm
Black
screaming.
Panther. No, Black. We spread out over a day or two.
Judas and the Black Messiah. Love that movie.
Yeah, that was cool.
But then wait, doing that, that's not intimacy through the day though.
It is though, because through the day, you're spending time with each other.
What
What if I'm at work? If I'm working the whole day, then it's evening, and then I want something at night. Like, where does that?
Yeah, then you be nice to me throughout the day.
But I'm at work though.
You can still be nice. You're
Oh,
at
and
work.
text, okay,
yeah,
sorry.
texts, conversations throughout the day. You're not getting onto me unnecessarily.
No,
Like,
but you
just
know what's
little
funny
things
though?
like
About sometimes when you're at work and you're trying to talk, and then sometimes you're just like, this conversation is like, we talk about the same thing every day pretty much. Like, the
Yeah.
conversation's a bit dead. Then I won't reply for a couple hours, and I'm like, okay.
I think that's happened with us. Like, I think before we used to talk consistently throughout the day, and now I think we just give it a bit of time. Like,
Yeah.
Well, man,
And that's fine though. It's
seeing you soon.
understood.
Yeah.
I mean, it's understood. We live with each other.
I kind of don't like to talk during the day because it's like
We
I'd
don't have
rather
nothing
come
to
home
talk
to
about.
you. Do you know what I'm saying?
yeah, I still think it's dangerous to go the whole day.
No,
Without
little
checking
check-ins,
in.
little
Yeah.
check-ins.
But I think, yeah,
But
like,
talking.
because when we get home, like, we
Then we
really
talk and
like
catch up and stuff.
catch up, talk about the day.
But what's it like being married to Tonye and Ken? What's it like?
Yeah, what's it like?
What's one thing you dislike about us?
Just the one.
Yeah, one thing you dislike about us.
Joking.
Let's go.
Honestly, I just hate being like the way you get onto me sometimes. Like, I feel like you tell me off. I think that's something maybe I don't really like. But sometimes maybe you're telling me what I need to hear and I don't want to hear it.
It's from love now.
Yeah. But I can't say that there's a big dislike.
Okay. Or what do you think? Let me word it differently. What do you think I should improve on in terms of being a husband? What do you think I need improvements on?
That's a good question. I think you need to improve on dating me. And I'm not saying going on dates. I'm saying you need to chase me still. Like, I think you're a bit comfortable. I think you need to,
That's
yeah.
comfortability.
I think you're
Okay.
comfortable. And I think, because girls always say, don't let a man get comfortable, da da da. But it's true. Like, I think that's an improvement that I'd like to see. I want it to be like, not like when we were dating, but I feel like there should be a chase element, a
Okay.
romantic element
Okay.
that
I
you
agree.
need to improve on.
I agree. What about you?
I think something I don't like, or what can get annoying sometimes,
Mhm.
is he doesn't know when to stop.
Stop what?
As in, like, just things like, I don't know, maybe play fighting. you
Oh
tell him stop.
my
He
days.
doesn't listen. Then at first it was fun. Now I'm pissed off. Like,
Stop.
stop.
This is for both of them.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Stop.
Happy.
But
Because
we're kids, bro.
Now
We're
it's
kids at heart.
annoying.
Yeah.
And now I'm not in the mood. And now you've pissed me off, kind of thing.
Mhm.
Something that started off fun,
Mhm.
spoilt it.
But sometimes she says stop too early though. It's like, bro, we're
What,
not
she
even
says
really into the nooks
stop?
and crannies of play fighting. Okay, sorry. One thing I
But-
could improve on.
Improve on, I think, like I said, consistency.
Yeah.
I think not even just in marriage, just even in general with yourself, consistency. It's a big thing for you, I think. Like, you'll do things when you're in the mood, and then when you're not in the mood, you're not doing it.
Yeah, no, I think for me with consistency is about my mind frame. So once so for gym, for example, once I say I'm gonna go and I go, that's when I'm on it going now. But then I'll just like some days I'll just be like, man, I can't bother. Now it will just go on for ages, you know what I mean? So no, I could agree. But then with that dating thing though, do you not think you guys need to date us as well though?
Of course. Absolutely. Of course. But I
Very
don't
good question,
think...
brother.
Do you know what? Put my hands up. I feel like I don't know how to as well. I think it's as much as, I don't know, like, I guess when we were dating, I was so getting new stuff and like happy to do stuff for you and stuff. Not to say I'm not, but now with that change, with a new lifestyle, I can't go and be spending hundreds in Selfridges whenever I feel like it. So now it's like, how do I date this man? Like, I think I don't know how to. How would you like to be? Or what does that look like to you? Because you're just like, oh yeah, I just want
Yeah, I get what you're saying, and I'm probably going to be a hypocrite and say that I don't have the answer. I think going back to, I don't like to go back to how we used to be too much because it's like I'm just looking back there.
Yeah.
But I feel like what we can take from there is that how spontaneous we used to be.
Yeah.
I think that I like that. Like now, life is a bit repetitive. It gets a bit boring. Where it's like and the plan of the day is set. Like every day from our Monday to Sunday.
Know exactly
planned.
what's happening.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I think sometimes you can get into like a repetitive bubble. So I think that's like I like things like a random. Like you see when we just went to Nando's after work that day.
Yeah.
Just random. Like I like things like that where it's like we're just doing things that are extra out of our normal routine. That's what I like. Like back then when I would just used to come and link you after work, or we used to link up in Stratford and go for dinner and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I would like. Just a change of our normal.
But I don't know how that it's having a child, like
it throws you
having
off.
a child is great. It's lovely. Like I don't want people to think like whatever, but it makes things just a little bit more different in terms of being spontaneous. But I definitely hear you because that was something that you used to like.
Yeah, I think that's how you can date me. I like to be a bit more fun and like I don't like
and the thing is
boring.
that even brings me on. I really think we should do activity dates. Like I think you enjoy that. Like
still.
I said, we should try Alcatraz. Might be a bit more fun in a big group as well, but
I hear that.
And I guess having children, like you said, does have a big play on that because children need routine. Naturally, you're in a routine with them, so trying to do things out of that routine will throw them off and will throw you off.
That Nando's, as lovely as it was, Zeph was just spoiling the whole vibe. Crying.
Yeah, going to eat with your child is a bit dead.
And like we still had to now go get him food elsewhere, and then it just turned into a long night.
Have you guys like spotted a change in us since from like boyfriend to husband? Do you reckon we've changed as individuals?
Yeah, a lot more patient.
Thank you.
Tonye didn't have patience before, but now he's got a lot more.
That's good. What about you?
I see maturity. Like, a big improvement in that. You've always been like the most understanding person I know, but I think maturity, change in mindset, definitely seen that.
Yeah, I've kind of had to learn the hard way.
What was hard?
Just like clashes, because there's sometimes where I would say things and like your response didn't agree, and it's like, damn, why do I think like that? Then I would have to go and like learn and like change my mentality. But what would you say you guys' favorite memory of being with me and Junior is, or me and Tonye? What's your favorite memory? Pick one or two if you want. 3 maybe.
It's kind of fishing.
I think a favorite memory maybe will be our first holiday.
Which one? The Nice one?
Yeah. Although it wasn't the best holiday, but it was the first holiday we went on. And just that experience of being out the country with you was nice.
Okay.
What's been our best holiday?
You have a different opinion.
What's your best holiday?
Mine would be Mallorca.
Mallorca?
Yeah, so you definitely have different opinion. But
Mine would be Mallorca.
you was at Mallorca?
No. Morocco.
You didn't
No,
like
actually,
Morocco.
not Morocco.
Or Malta.
Where have you gone?
Malta
Malta, that
was
was
great.
it. Yeah. It was
Morocco,
Malta.
I really enjoyed. You didn't.
Yeah. Okay. No, fair enough.
Yeah.
Do you have another one?
Another one would be, I think it was the summer after we finished uni. And we went to Burger and Lobster. And then after we went on those
rode
carts.
that cart. Yeah. We rode the cart. No, that was nice.
And it was really
carefree.
spontaneous.
Yeah, it was best
Like, it was
Remember
just,
our
let's go out
spontaneous
to eat.
date?
What one?
The bike riding date that these boys have been getting on to me ever since.
Nah, that was too funny because you look like tourists.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
Yeah. That was a cute memory, you know. Why didn't I think of that?
I'll remember that as we were speaking.
What's your favourite memory of me?
There's actually, I don't know. There's a few to pick from. In general, just those moments where we're like belly laughing together, I think that always kind of fills me. Like, just makes me feel like, I made the right choice. But
Nice. It's cute.
I feel like there was one time actually, because I used to live in Deptford. Ken would live in Essex, and he would drive down to pick me up from work in Lewisham from Essex.
Jesus.
The sacrifice.
Wait,
Us
bro.
men
And
do
then-
for love.
And then Lewisham, he'll drop me home. And there was just one day, the first time you did it, where he was just messaging me as normal, and then he sent me a picture outside the school. He was like,
Yeah.
what is it? You were like, your chariot awaits. And I was just like, and I got in the car and there was flowers.
Gang.
That's so cute.
Right?
Yeah, that's
And
nice.
That was cute. What happened to me?
Bring him back.
Bro, that was cute, you know.
It was so cute, and it was the first time. And like, I guess as well, it just made me feel like, oh, I've actually got a man. Like, I don't know. it just felt like I want to tell my girls, like, oh, look what he done. So that was so cute. I remember just feeling so special. Like, I literally skipped out of work. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I was smiling so much and went to get food after.
Yeah, we
Just
did.
on like a random, Tuesday, Wednesday. Like, that was so sweet. That was
That's
really
nice.
sweet.
I forgot. I forgot about Bez.
Nah, I remember that clearly. Being so like, oh my gosh.
Also, I want to ask a question. Has there been a time that you guys wanted to like give up on what you had? And why? What did we do to make you feel like that?
It could be before marriage.
Yeah, it could be before
Yeah,
marriage. I'm not talking about marriage.
No,
'Cause
I'm
where
not
you
talking
going?
about marriage. I'm
It
talking
could
about-
be before.
Where we go? No, never really a give up thought.
Mhm.
Maybe just to like,
Mm.
really? Am I really in this?
Wait,
not a give up.
wait.
No, but
What the hell?
no, but not a give. Not. It's never gone to the extreme where it's like, "Ugh, I don't want to be with him anymore.
Mhm.
It's just like maybe, I don't want to talk to him today anymore. Like,
Mm.
I want a break from you this moment, kind of thing.
What did I do?
I can't think of something specific. I actually can't.
Well, okay. So give me the time frame of when it was.
It would mostly be before marriage.
No, but I'm saying like the time frame before marriage. Because the only time I can think of when like things were a bit rocky was like
Last year uni.
third year, last year uni. But that was maybe from that's like January exam time. That was it.
I can't give you a specific time. And I think more time, as petty as it might seem, it will be when you do something and I tell you to stop and you don't listen. And it's just like, how many times am I going to keep going back and forth doing the same thing?
That's gonna be for life, man.
Oh, yeah.
No cap.
That's what it is.
If I'm honest, yes.
Hmm?
In our first year, if I'm
Of relationship,
no,
marriage.
of marriage in our first year. If
Hey,
I'm really,
being
really
honest.
honest,
Mhm.
because I told you guys when, especially like when I was pregnant, I didn't like him because
Yeah.
and I like that Ken didn't do anything. He didn't do anything, but the hormones made me look at you so differently. Like, I just thought, oh my gosh, no, run. No, but I think, yeah, that pregnancy, the end of pregnancy period, I was just, and what made me feel so comforted is that people talk about this. They do talk about the fact that your partner all of a sudden just don't like him. You can't explain it.
Mhm.
So that was a time for me where I was interpreting those feelings and thoughts as maybe I've made the wrong choice. Maybe, just all sorts of wild stuff. I would say that was a point, but again, it was nothing that you did. And then I guess as our marriage progressed and those hormones wore off, just when we were kind of clashing, and these were all new feelings, I didn't understand these feelings. So I would always say I'm the calmest person. I never get angry. But all of a sudden, I'm getting angry. Like when we're arguing, all of a sudden we're clashing and I'm shouting and I'm out of character. So that to me was like, that was more like a doubtful moment where I thought, oh, am I with the right person? I made the right decision. But yeah, I'm glad I never kind of acted on those. I'm glad I stuck it out because that was just a phase. And I think I tried to communicate it with you at the time. I don't know. Or like after.
How did you feel in those moments though?
I think similar, but I also think that was just us going through that clashing period. That was that is it pruning?
Like the growing pains.
That growing pains, and in my mind, I'm like, okay, I know it's going to get better. And thank God it did. And I always used to think of things like seasonal. Like, we're going through this now, but I'm sure. Because remember that day we went car with you guys?
Yeah.
And then we literally just had an argument that day.
Like, probably
when
the
she threw my
biggest
bag
fight.
out the window.
So
we
it's like,
probably had that was one of the biggest, like, things.
It was the funniest day
Like,
ever.
looking back, it's like, I wish there was a recording of that because it would have been sheer madness. Like,
I'd like to watch that.
No,
Because when you guys described it to us,
We were both looking at each other like
oh god,
Bro, she was throwing my bag out the window. I was throwing her
he threw
perfume
my
over them.
he threw my trousers in the bin.
Charles actually just bought that
just
day.
bought that day.
It was so funny. But when things like that happen, it's beautiful because it's like looking back, you're just like, bro, what am I in?
Yeah.
But now it's like, look where we've come, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And and the thing is, and I always say, like, I speak highly of Ken to my friends, especially in his mindset. We're so different. And sometimes you need someone who, like, if you can be a pessimist, having someone who's an optimist is so, like, good, and it keeps me grounded. Like, I always say, like, marriage is like one person needs to be the constant and the other person is the one that, it's like in a graph. You've got a constant line and then you've got the up and down, up and down. And I think so far in our relationship, I've probably been the one that's gone up and down and Ken's just stayed constant. And that keeps me grounded because in that period where, you know, me and him are clashing, I'm thinking of the argument as like, maybe this is the wrong choice, or like, what have I done? And he's like, oh, it's seasonal. And it's like, if we were both saying the same thing maybe we made the wrong choice, God forbid, but, you know, we could not be having this conversation here today. So I think his mindset and that kind of maturity of him has also really helps in keeping us together, because I get in my feelings a lot, and then when I'm out of it, I'm like, oh, thank God you were able to kind of, you know.
Why I asked you that question is because I kind of wanted to allow you guys to express the ups and downs, and for you to give advice on women that are probably going through that same emotion now, women that are dealing with it. Like, what advice can you give them to like stick through it in marriage or in like long-term relationships? Because with you guys have been in a very long-term relationship.
Yeah, I think you guys
so it's not always at a high. So how did you get through that stage where you were just like, this is long?
I mean, it's seasonal. Like, you might be going through a rocky patch, but remembering those good times and remembering what got you into the relationship and what's kept you in the relationship is what will keep you going. So it's just remembering that obviously there's different levels to like arguments and different reasons why you might get into an argument, but remembering the person you got into the relationship with and the good times that you have, and understanding that this argument is just in the moment. We will come out of it. We'll keep you going.
Yeah. So I think with me, when I kind of go through those kind of phase, when I went through those kind of phases, I don't think I've gone through a phase like that since uni. It was more like just looking back on the memories we've had. So like stuff like, as I said before, snap memories. Like snap memories can go back to 2017 or something.
Yeah.
So going through them and looking at all the good times we've had, like bike rides, all of this stuff, chilling. It's like, wow, look how much we've done, look how far we've come, look how much we've actually gone through in terms of career-wise. Personality-wise, it always makes me think, well, I'm not going to throw it over like a dumb argument. And even then, what I even say as well, like, bro, this argument that we're arguing about, even the argument that you guys had, in 5 years, you're not even going to think of that. Even now, you don't even think of that argument. You know what I mean?
You don't even remember what
you're arguing about.
Exactly.
That's what's crazy. But in that moment in time, you're thinking, this is the end of the world. Like, it's a mad thing, you know what I mean? So more time is about just remembering, like, is there something that we're really arguing about that is actually like really, really that big? You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I see it, to be honest. So we kind of think of on the same page.
Yeah.
And as well, one thing as well is also having people to talk to about it. So it's like, I can come to you, I can maybe, like, you or AK is probably my first point of call to shout. And then also, like, people like E-Man as well. It's mainly even you three. And that's why you three are my child's godfather. Because it's like, I can go to you three, and if I'm moving mad, you guys will tell me, or you'll help me think, like, make sense of what I'm saying or what I've done, which helps me, because I'm like, oh, okay, well, you know, if I could talk to these man, and even if I'm the one that's moving mad, they'll tell me you know what, it might not be like that. Forgive. It's not that deep. You know what I mean? It's just something you're gonna care about. So it's always to have people around you that will keep you grounded. So that's why it's good to have things that we have. Because even us four, as a group of just us four being married, isn't it? And after you guys had that argument in the car, what you guys even cancelled. You guys said, "Oh, we're not gonna come."
Bro,
and I was like, Ken, bro, come, man. Like, whatever happened, bro.
Because I was like, how am I supposed to sit in front of this person on the table?
And the thing is just because
it's
like
probably that coming out that actually helped.
Yeah, because we went home
I was like,
happy,
oh, no. It was silly.
we probably even at the end of the line. But anyway.
Because like the thing is like, I think when you have an argument and you don't have people that you can talk to about it, that's when things get worse because you hide it. Yeah. But then when you guys came out, we all talked about it. And I was like, Ken, you move like that. How you threw back out the window? Why are you being silly for? But like after that, when you think about it and you have other people to tell you the situation, it's not everything you tell. Like you might not tell the deepest, darkest. There's stuff you keep, but like certain things where you're like, it's not that deep. Like you'll realize, and then it's calm, isn't it?
And I think it's also assessing the situation. Yeah. Like for example, if whatever you're arguing about, is the person still the person you got into a relationship with? If that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Are they still the same person? Do you the things that made you get into a relationship with them? That moment when you're arguing, or when you've had an argument and you're sitting back and you're reflecting on the argument, are they still that person? And it's just something that happened in that moment. Yeah. If you can separate the two,
then it's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So being a wife, what has it taught you about yourself?
Oh, I was literally having this. I was telling you the other day. Marriage. They always say marriage is like a mirror and da da da. It's been really the case for me. And I was beating myself up about it because I just didn't like how irritable I've been. I didn't like how, I just felt like it was so easy for me to get annoyed and take it out on you. And I think with that being said, marriage just continuously gives me self-awareness. It's made me so much more self-aware.
Open it up, yeah. Okay.
Because I feel like whenever I get to that moment, I'm like, I sit with you and I'm just like, I can't lie. I've been monitoring my behavior and it's showing something about me. Like, what do you think? And then you're like, yeah. And, you can work on it this way and that way. So marriage has taught me a lot about myself, period. Like, I couldn't even pin it down to one thing. It shows me areas in my life that I really need to kind of get together each and every time. Being a wife has also taught me it's just, you and your husband, you're one, and it should be that. But at the same time, being a wife also and being married, it makes me think, okay, outside of this, do I have a community? And it's like, just like when you guys were talking, I think now I'm learning how important it is to actually have friends that you can talk to, not just friends for the vibes, friends for whatever I'm saying, friends where your husband's really kind of getting to you and you want to talk to your friends, but each girl knows their friends. Like each girl, sorry, I'm even digressing, but every girl knows.
You know who you can go to.
There's the friends that I go to that I know if I'm gonna say this, I'll be like, bun him, leave him, man. How can he's taking the mic, like. But then there's friends like my friends Monty and Unique, for example. Any situation I have with Ken, they're telling me what I did wrong. They're never like ever. They never take my side. Mm-hmm. And I've got kids. I've got a punto. Like I've got people that are around me that if I tell them about a situation, especially with Abby now as well, it's like, don't tell people that will side you because you'll walk into that house feeling like, what?
Like I'm not capping
like, city girls up again. Like, you'll walk into that with that and that's not it. Have friends that are even invested in your marriage to the point that they want to see it thrive. They want to see it do well. So being a wife taught me to be really intentional with the company I keep.
Yeah, I mean, again, echo what she says. It teaches you a lot more about yourself. Like, I've learned that I actually enjoy my own space more than I thought I did. And being married made me learn that, or taught me that I need to learn to share. to
You
share.
know, this woman doesn't share.
I don't share fun.
you know.
Bro.
Abs does not share.
Why?
Abs does not share.
Because it's mine. It's mine.
I think because you think is it because you're a mum and it's like you kind of have to basically share yourself with somebody else. So it's like now your husband, you're like, I don't even want to share with you.
So I don't want to share everything. Like I'm sharing this aspect, and you want me to
Right.
share that as well. Let
But
me
is yours
have
like
something to
food?
myself.
But then us, they'll come
can't share
and take.
food.
Us, they'll come and take from us though.
She don't
I
really
don't even.
take
I don't
mine.
take.
Oh.
No,
Ah,
I
you
come
do
take
though.
from
You're like, they
yours.
can't taste
You
it.
take.
yeah, because I thought,
You
oh,
take.
we're sharing now. Yeah, but I can't share food, and it's the spirit. I
It's
have
the
to
spirit,
pray
That's
about
scary.
that because it's not right.
But yeah, no, but you don't share that much either.
I do.
You don't.
I actually share a lot. If it's a thing where you don't believe I share, I'll stop sharing and then you say, okay, bro.
What about you though? Is there something that you've noticed about yourself in terms of being a husband?
Ooh. Okay, I'd say the patience thing. Yeah, I've noticed that I'm getting more patient. I was gonna say motivation, but I feel like I've always been motivated. But I feel like this just gave me an extra jump or an extra push to go harder. Yeah, I think that's it. Do you think there's anything that's changed? I don't know. Because I feel like ever since you met me, I was always like,
I mean, you've always been motivated. You've always been organized. You've always been headstrong. I think that's just,
headstrong.
no, but in a good
No, I'm
way.
joking, bro.
I mean, I think there's still it just, I guess, magnified it.
Yeah, I think it's just that we just decided, yeah, I've got to go a bit harder.
I think same. I think that like every thought I have is to better. That's probably why I get new jobs constantly because I'm like always thinking of ways to have more.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes, or not sometimes, you should learn how to be content. But it's like I've got a family, I've got a son like that needs things. I've got a wife that needs things. Like when I'm looking at my paycheck, even though it's getting us through, I'm like I always still want more. Do you know what I'm saying? So maybe that's why I'm always like getting new jobs.
Yeah.
So maybe I need to work on that aspect, which I'm trying to do. But I think my Christianity is probably what I've noticed the most about myself. I think
Yeah, that's one.
I think it's weird because in my marriage, I've seen the difference to when God isn't the center and when God is the center.
Yeah.
Like when we go through periods where we're praying, we're reading the Bible, we're doing plans or whatever, we're worshiping together. I see the joy that we get from it, and I see how happy we are. And even now, it's like Zeph learned, like you guys do prayers every day. Zeph knows how to say a prayer
He
now.
says hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Like,
He
it's
says
so
amen.
cute.
Like, it's like I've seen the benefit of that.
Yeah.
And I see when God isn't the center. And it's like, Ken, why don't you, now that you know the difference, why don't you steer towards there? So I think that's been an ongoing battle in my mind about my walk with Christ. It's something that I definitely need to improve on. And I'm trying to be more consistent. But yeah, I think that's what I've noticed as a husband. It's hard to kind of like grasp everything. But I think it's hard to grasp everything in general. Like there's so many things you're kind of juggling and we're only one person, so it's hard. But we have each other, I guess.
Are there things that, like, are there ways we've changed through being married with us that you like or don't like?
In terms of you guys, anything that's changed? I think you said it in terms of like being more gentle and like being less snappy. You never used to be like that. But I do think that's just due to like the pressures of life, like being a mum, like dealing with a toddler screaming and crying every day. You're working, life is a bit more hectic. So I kind of understand. But you've taken accountability, so that's fine. And what I do like that you've changed, how you've changed, is I feel you're a lot more like nurturing and like motherly in like the way you take care of us. I think I've noticed that a lot. Like you do know how to really take care of me and Zeph. So yeah, I would say that.
What was the question?
So are there ways that Abby's changed, like ways that you do like or don't like?
I feel ways that I don't like, but I wouldn't say this is your fault. I feel like it's just in general. I just feel like, I feel like because you've had to put a stop to your career, and it's kind of made you feel like now you're a bit behind, which you are, and it's because that's just how it goes with women. But But I feel like now you're just trying to fight your way back and try and skip some certain steps. You know what I mean? So it's like
In a rush, basically.
You're trying to in a rush to get back, but that you being in a rush is not gonna help you go forward. It's just gonna give you like I forgot what the word is, like not a breakdown, but you know what I mean. Like you're gonna overwhelm yourself because you've got husband, kid, and career now. Obviously, before it's just me and your career, but now Mali's in it, and Mali takes up all of our time. You trying to do everything. You're not. It's not your job to be a do-it-all mum because I'm supposed to be there to help you. You know what I mean? But I feel like sometimes now you want to be a do-it-all mum when no one. Trust me, I'm not rushing you to go back full time or do whatever or do the SQE straight away. That's why when we spoke, I said push it back a bit. I know you want to do it, but let's make sure everything's fine first because it's a season. So I feel like that's what I don't like at the moment. But we spoke about it and it's fine. But I feel like you just need to remember that, like, bro, this is like 2 years out of your life, or 1/2 years out of your life. Like, we've still got the rest of our life to achieve what we need to achieve. And then one other good thing is, one good thing. I feel like sometimes you're still kind of childlike in terms of like stuff that makes you laugh, and I look at you and I'm like, this is stupid. You know what I mean? And you've always been like that, and that's what makes me happy with you, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I think that's about it. But yeah, hey,
should you hit them with quick fire questions? Should we bring it back quickly?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do a quick fire question.
Yeah, man, quick fire question.
Do two each because of time.
Okay, so babe, question from 1 to 44. Number. Pick a number from 1 to 44.
What number am I gonna pick? 10.
Okay. Your favorite concert that you've attended?
WizKid's first time in London 2016, Royal Albert Hall.
Jeez, okay. Second number.
Oh, again?
Yeah, 2 questions.
26.
1 episode at a time or binge a season?
Binge, obviously.
Yeah, we're binge.
Ask one more. Because
in fact, I'm gonna ask one for you.
That's a hard one.
No. What is the best advice you've ever received?
Best advice is to not take how people treat you personally. Their treatment of you is a reaction to something they're dealing with. So not to take anything personally. Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Abs, I'm gonna ask because some of the questions I asked. Proudest moment of your life?
Being a mother, giving birth to Maddie.
Okay, first.
Being a wife? Damn.
It's the baby first now. Check it. What's 5 of your most favorite items?
I guess favorite items. Well, my phone for one. My wedding ring.
Yeah, good.
2.
I know you.
Wait, engagement ring too?
She was there
Well, as in
under
Okay, because
the
that's a
stack.
free penny.
Favorite items. I guess this necklace.
Okay, first. We'll leave it. Describe your partner in 3 words.
That's why you just rushed her out of that
Real
question.
life.
Because you're struggling.
You're answering that next though. But so,
5 things.
3
Or
things.
Three
describe
things.
it
3
in-
things.
Yeah.
Describe it in 3 words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny,
Oh, that's a good one.
Well, keep going.
motivated,
Keep going.
caring.
Look
I
at the
like
head
that.
swelling.
Yeah. Gas me up.
I
Gas
can't
me.
do words. You know me. I like to add a little.
Teacher, sorry. But go on though.
Can I just say?
Yeah.
The one thing, Ken will always try to convenience me. So I don't know what a word of that is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he'll always go out of his way to make sure I'm like good.
I mean, caring.
Is that
Yeah,
caring?
Karen, I would say.
Yeah. So there's caring basically.
Selfless.
He's
Yeah.
so selfless. Oh my gosh, yes. So we'll go with that selfless. He is. Are you funny?
You know I'm funny.
He's funny, and he is understanding.
Okay.
I'll always say, or like, yeah, most understanding
I've
person.
seen it all, man. I've been through a long life.
I'm screaming. You're not even 30 yet.
I'm not even 30
I'm
yet.
screaming. But
Don't
yeah,
kill
okay,
me.
no, that's calm. We'll leave it.
Yeah, man, let's
Leave it there, man. Obviously, shout out the wife.
Well, thank you
You know,
guys.
thank you guys for coming
Thanks
on.
for having
having
us.
us.
Appreciate you
Yeah,
guys
man.
being
Hope we're
behind the
allowed back.
scenes,
Yeah,
letting
for
us
real, man.
letting us talk the talk.
Letting us chat shit for the past year.
Proud of you guys, by the way.
Yes,
You're
very
killing it.
proud.
Like, this is, I knew it was going to be good, but I didn't know it was going to be this good. So, and you guys have been so consistent.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
Thank
proud
you.
of how you guys stuck it out.
Yeah.
So proud of you guys. Can't wait to see where it goes.
Man.
And reals, and also to all the listeners and the viewers, obviously these are the guys behind the scenes
Yeah,
that
honestly,
when we're
these are the
talking about what we're
faces,
trying
it's
to
them.
do,
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
them that helped come up
Yeah.
with certain stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotten onto us a couple times about certain stuff.
Bruh, you know when you have to pull someone's ear, like, I didn't send you there.
Bro, there's
Go on,
there's
say
certain
stuff like that.
snippets. Those that just comes across it. I just have to leave the room, man. I'm just like, bro, I don't want what's gonna come.
Oh, don't even get me
obviously,
started.
shout out you guys,
Yeah, man.
great team
Appreciate it,
players,
man.
man. But yeah, another episode. Don't Tell My
Come
Wife
on.
podcast. We'll catch you guys.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Valentine's,
Mother's Day.
bro.
Ah,
Mother's
sorry.
Day was the
Why?
episode before.
So no, because I'm next to my woman, innit? The love is still in my house.
I'm screaming.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Happy
obviously.
Mother's Day, guys.
Happy
Shout out
Mother's
to you
Day,
guys.
mums. We're killing it.
Come
Keep
on, man.
going.
You are.
Yeah,
Well
man.
done.
Keep it up.
Another
Keep
episode.
it up.
Like, share, comment, subscribe.
All
Tell
of
a
that.
friend to tell a
All
friend.
of that.
We'll catch you guys next week.
Bye.
We out.
Bye.
But wait. I want to do the intro for the second episode quickly.
Okay.
For the, because I didn't do it properly.
Mhm.
Hello and welcome to part 2 of this podcast. Don't Tell My Wife, here with Tonye.
And it's Ken.
And as you know from last week, we've still got our special guest here in the building.
Abby.
And no, sir.
And yeah, man, this is part 2. If you haven't watched part 1, go back and watch part 1. Peace out.
Peace out.